guys, it's Kimberly and I'm excited to show you this project today because it is so much fun. So what I have for you today is a Mother's Day card that I created, and I also created a box that is very much looks the same, but inside the box is what's really fun. And I want to show you how to create this box using the gift box punch board, as well as showing you the inside of the box and how easy that is to create as well. So let's slip off the belly band. Hopefully we can get the belly band off. And I'm going to open this up gently. And inside I have a little mini album. So this is really my mom's gift. So you're seeing it before she does. Let's get it the right way. And this little mini album opens up, and you can see it has a bunch of fun pictures of me and my brother and the kids. And then it's also on the back side. And so I kind of want to create it, you know, when I was creating it, I wanted it to be fun, but I also wanted it to be sentimental and give her a little laugh. So I included the beginning, which is her and my dad, and then I put in some funny photos because I didn't want it to make this too sappy. But I'm going to give you all the details of how to create everything, but first let's make the box. So let me put this to the side and we'll come back to this, promise. And you're going to need an 8x8 piece of cardstock to start off with. And this piece, I'm using the Craft cardstock. I love that. And 8x8, we're going to start here on the extra large line. So I'm going to just butt it up all the way up to the line. I'm going to give it a little punch, and then I'm going to just go do my horizontal and then my vertical line on the extra large. Now here's the key. You're going to bump this up to the large, and up here for your diagonal you're going to do the small. Now we're just going to flip it and go back to the extra large. I'm going to do my horizontal, vertical, move it up to the large. See, I almost made a mistake. Do the diagonal. I'm going to turn it again, extra large, give it a punch, do my lines, and then move it up and do the small. One more turn to the extra large, vertical. You can see our box is coming together. Move it up to the large and the small. Now I want to go back, and where I see these little crosshairs, I'm going to punch. I could have done this along the way, but I always like to go back, and you should have a couple of these to do, maybe 4. Silly me. And one more. Awesome. Now to make your pieces on the ends so you can connect the box, we're just gonna bring it all the way in right there on the reverse punch. I keep hitting my head as I'm punching. I'm putting some good muscle into this. This is my workout for the day. Hope you enjoy it. I'm not kidding. Awesome. All right, now we have our box. So let's put that to the side, and now let's put the box together. So of course, when you're working with a box, like I always say, you want to give it nice, crisp score lines on all sides. So really give it a nice press. I love these boxes because you don't need any adhesive to close it up because of the way it connects, making this an amazing box to do a little mini album. So now that we have that, now we can actually fold all the pieces up and create the box. You can give that a little pinch, 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 pinch. Now I'm just going to connect my pieces This is actually the hardest part of the whole box for me. Not kidding. And then connect that piece. Oh goodness, Kimberly. I told you it would be the hardest part, and it really is. I don't know if my fingers just don't do it right or what. Maybe there's an easier way. I can make the box, I can't connect it. Oh, I think I got it. All right. And get all your sides so they're not wonky. Now we're going to put the belly band on. I used a piece of the, I think it's called Bouquet Birthday Bouquet. This is from the Occasions catalog. And what I'm gonna do is just put the box down, do a little wrap like this. I don't want it too tight, but I'm gonna just make some pinch marks. I think I just spit on myself. Gosh. And then I'm gonna bring it down like this, and then I'll give it a nice score. And this is how I make all my belly bands, and they always look nice and sharp and pretty. Well, not always pretty, but maybe for the most part. And then I would take it and adhere it down. Now I also used on my box a piece of the Blushing Bride. No, is that right? I always want to say the wrong thing for this color. You see it scrolling at the bottom because I'm losing my mind right now. Okay, pinch, pinch, pinch. Same thing to do the belly band on this, and then I would connect it. Now let's go back to the box, and I want to show you how you can create this. Let's bring it over here. And let me bring the card in. So I wanted the card and the box belly band to look the same, okay? And I basically just did a lot of layering. And the two stamp sets that I used was the Circle of Spring. I used this wreath. And then I used the die cut, oh shoot, I can't remember the name. It's scrolling on the bottom. You see it? Okay, that's what I used. The framelit is awesome for this. There is no cutting, and this is so intricate, which makes this, why this framelit is so amazing. Now, I wanted to use the Crazy About You because I wanted, here it says Mother's Day, but you'll see that I did not use Mother's Day. I just wanted Mother. And so I stamped it in Whisper White craft ink, and then just did a little bit of white embossing powder over it and heated that on basic black cardstock, and it made it really pretty. Now, the other thing I can tell you on this is there's a layer of vellum and then a doily. My wreath is actually created on, I stamped that with basic black, our archival ink, and I stamped that on our shimmer white cardstock. And then I simply just took a blender pen with some Watermelon Wonder, a little Pear Pizzazz, and a tiny bit of Mossy Meadow to color the wreath. I love this wreath for the specific point of it's quick to color. It looks difficult, but it's not with a blender pen. It is just a quick dab of ink and just color quick. It doesn't have to be perfect because it really does give that watercolor effect, and I love that. I hope you can see that well. So the other little pieces are just a little bit of the Typeset Designer Series paper, a little corrugated paper. And then I want to show you my one favorite thing that I love, and it is going away, and this is jute ribbon, and you can see there are some threads missing. My favorite way to use this ribbon has been to separate the actual threads, and in this case I used 2 of the threads on each, the card and on my wreath. And the reason I love this thread is because it's thick. It's actually thicker than our twine, our baker's twine. And it's thicker than our, it's stiffer than our baker's twine, I really should say. And I just give it a nice little coil, and I love how that looks. Now this is being discontinued, so if you want the jute for this purpose, you might want to act fast. This is really great stuff. But you can see I used it here underneath the doily. You can see it poking out underneath there. And then I used it underneath the mother. And all that I used to make it stay is just a dimensional. It's very quick. So let's talk about the inside of the box, because this is actually my favorite part, because this is something that'll be a keepsake for my mother. The thing that I used to create the little mini album, it's so simple. It is just a craft piece of cardstock cut at 3.5 by 10.5, and you're going to need 2 of those because you're going to connect 2 of the layers. What makes that nice is that it's really a nice thick piece of cardstock, so it's very sturdy. And I connected that just using some dimensionals. Now to make it even more sturdier, I used some more cardstock. I used some basic black, and that was 3 3/8 by 3 3/8, matted onto each of the layers. That 3.5 by 10.5 piece of craft cardstock was just scored at the, let me just double check. Let me tell you where I scored that. I scored that at 3.5. So 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, and then the same for the other one, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. And then I just had my pictures and I matted those on a piece of Whisper white cardstock, and that was 3 by 2.5. And then I just threw my pictures on. Now the thing that I used to, I used the white chalk pen that we carry to do my writing. And I didn't want this anything super fancy. I'm basically just telling a story, and she was the beginning, and she's created a lot of amazing things. Me, my brother, and my children. So, well, I created my children. You know what I mean. So that is my Mother's Day gift and my Mother's Day card. I hope you enjoy this. Most of all, I hope you enjoy making this box, because to me, this is by far one of the cutest boxes. I'm also going to make some of these for teacher appreciation, throw some chocolate in it, and what teacher isn't going to love this with maybe a little Starbucks card in it. All right, I hope this helps you out in creating a box, and I'll see you on my next video. You can visit me at www.stampinbythesea.com, and make sure you check out today's post with this box. I'll have the card with some more instructions and lots of photos that you can see a little bit more deeper in detail. All right, have a great one.